Abe, tomorrow's finally the day our families meet. I can't believe it's happening. I feel so nervous just thinking about formally introducing myself to your parents. It's such a big moment.
Wait, what? The family meeting? That's tomorrow? No way! Wasn't it supposed to be next month?
Excuse me? Abe, we went over this so many times. We confirmed the date multiple times, and I even reminded you a few days ago. How could you forget something this important? We've been talking about this for weeks.
Yeah, my bad. I guess I totally messed up. I don't know why, but I was convinced it was next month. Wow, this is bad.
Seriously, you're so careless sometimes. I swear, it's like you don't even listen when I talk. It's cute in small doses, but this is way too much. This meeting is important, and I don't want anything going wrong.
All right, listen, I'll write down the meeting place and time again. Please, for once, make sure you actually check it. I don't want to be standing there alone while you're off doing who knows what because you forgot. I put so much effort into setting everything up, don't make me regret it.
Abe, where are you? It's almost time and you're nowhere to be seen.
Oh, my bad. I'm not coming today.
What? What are you talking about? Did something happen?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm just not gonna marry you, so there's no point in me going.
What do you mean?
I've been keeping quiet, but the truth is, I already have a wife and kid.
What?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we were really good together, you know? Didn't want to let that go. So I figured, why not just stay engaged on paper? It's just a verbal agreement, after all. I thought if I kept pushing things back, it'd work out somehow. But yeah, I messed up. Got my schedule all wrong. I've been pretty exhausted with my daughter's school events lately, and I guess I let my guard down.
Wait, what are you saying? I don't understand. So what? You're telling me you were married this whole time? And I was just some affair to you?
Exactly. So yeah, I can't marry you. My bad. Go ahead and cancel today's family meeting. Let everyone know, will ya?
They're already here.
Huh?
I'm so sorry, Mila. My idiot brother did something completely unforgivable. Amy, please, you don't have to apologize. If you hadn't stepped in back there, I don't think things would have settled down the way they did. I wouldn't even be able to sit here and talk like this right now. That's just common sense. Honestly, the fact that your father didn't punch him in the face is nothing short of a miracle. So about him. Is he really married? He told us he was divorced, but now that we know that was a lie, yeah, that would mean he's still married. He introduced you to us as his new fiancé, said he had moved on and found someone new. I was actually happy, you know? I thought it was kind of nice that a junior from my university was becoming part of the family. And since I already knew what kind of person you were, I had no objections at all. But to think that the problem was actually on our side, I can't tell you how sorry I am. Please, Amy, you don't have to apologize. It's impossible to completely keep track of a family member who's already moved out. If anything, I should have noticed something was off. That's on me too. No, don't you dare say that. You didn't do anything wrong, not even a little bit. Sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice. That was out of line. But don't worry, I'm going to make sure this is dealt with properly. Wait, what exactly are you planning to do? Abe, explain yourself properly. Do you realize how much embarrassment you caused your parents? You owe everyone an explanation.
Shut up. I'm at home playing games right now. Don't bother me.
What? Do you seriously not feel even a little guilty about what you did to me? To your own family?
Nope. And besides, as far as the world's concerned, you're just a cheating woman, too. You're no better than me. My parents? I'll just tell them whatever and smooth things over. Doesn't matter. Anyway, don't text me again. You and I are done.
Your sister is here too.
Huh?
Yeah, your sister, Amy. She's here and she's furious.
What? Wait a second. Nobody told me Amy was coming.
It was always part of the plan. You really weren't listening at all, were you? And just so you know, Amy isn't someone you could just talk your way out of trouble with. Are you still planning to stay home and ignore this? So, let me get this straight. You didn't even bother to apologize to me properly in a message? You just sent some half-assed text, but the second you found out Amy was here, you ran over and started groveling? Your attitude seems a little too convenient, don't you think?
You don't get it! You don't know how terrifying Amy is!
Amy's terrifying? Sure, she gets scary when she's mad, but...
No, this isn't just about getting mad. She's on a whole different level. Remember when Mom almost got scammed into buying some shady vase? Amy spent months tracking down that fraud ring and got the cops involved. And that's not even the worst part. She's taken down corrupt employees at her company, got them fired for misconduct. She's even exposed workplace bullies and completely ruined them socially. She's relentless.
Now that you mention it, I do remember Amy getting someone kicked out of a club in college for cheating during events.
So look, I apologized, right? Just forgive me already. If Amy really loses it, I'm done for.
You're already done. What more do you have left to lose? Also, I noticed something. You still have not bowed and apologized to me. If you think you can just get away with this that easily, you're dead wrong.
I'm truly, sincerely sorry.
Yeah, no, that sounded completely forced.
Then what do you want me to do? What will it take for you to forgive me?
Why do you think forgiveness is even an option? Don't insult me. I'm never forgiving you.
Unbelievable. What the hell did you do? Why the hell would you go to my house when I wasn't there?
I didn't barge in. I spoke with your wife beforehand. Amy told me where your house was. And honestly, I was fully prepared to be screamed at. Because even if I didn't know, I was still part of breaking up a family.
If you had just kept your mouth shut, nothing would have broken. You're a damn curse. Because of you, my family is falling apart.
No, your family was already falling apart. Your wife already knew you were cheating.
What?
She just didn't know who it was. She said with a kid to take care of, she didn't have the time or energy to track down the other woman. But she never expected it to be someone you were actually engaged to. She even apologized to me, saying that if she had divorced you sooner, I wouldn't have gotten hurt like this. Can you believe that? The person you betrayed is out here apologizing to me. She's such a good person, which makes me hate you even more for throwing her away like she was nothing.
That's insane! There's no way she could have known! She never even paid attention to me!
Oh, please. Do you really think she didn't notice? Women have good instincts. We see the little things. And maybe, just maybe, she stopped looking at you because you were the one who turned away first.
Shut up!
No, you don't get to tell me to shut up. You've done nothing but run away from responsibility, and now you're mad that the mess you made finally caught up to you? Give me a break. Oh, and just so you know, there's nothing left between me and your wife. We settled things.
Settled? What does that mean?
It means we reached an agreement. I was even ready to pay damages, but she refused. She told me you're a victim too. Can you imagine how that felt? After everything, she still had the kindness to see me as a victim. I felt so bad accepting that, so instead, I gave her everything. Our messages, our photos, everything you ever sent me. She has all the proof she needs.
What? You gave her that? That's a violation of my privacy!
Oh, please. You think you're the victim here? The real problem is that you wrote things you don't want other people to see. You lied, manipulated, and cheated without a second thought. But the moment you face consequences, you cry about privacy? Honestly, just hurry up and divorce her already. I shouldn't be the one saying this, but she deserves so much better than you. Pay your alimony and child support, and stay the hell away from her forever. And don't even think about coming near me again, you worthless leech. Amy, thank you so much. Because of you, I was able to talk to his wife properly. I was able to apologize.
You're really kind, or maybe just too serious for your own good. You know you were a victim too, right? You were deceived.
I know that, but still, it doesn't change the fact that I was part of breaking up a family. When I went to their home, I saw a picture of their daughter. And when I looked at her face, it hit me. I helped take her father away from her. I felt so guilty.
Honestly, even if it wasn't you, this would have happened sooner or later. That idiot? He was never going to stay faithful.
What do you mean?
The only reason he got married was because his wife got pregnant. He never wanted to get married in the first place. He actually told me once that he thought of it as a mistake.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. He said, well, I screwed up and laughed like it was nothing. So I punched him in the face.
You hit him?
Of course I did. He ruined someone's life, treated it like an inconvenience, and moved on like nothing happened. I tried, I tried so many times to make him understand. But it was pointless. He never changed.
That's why I think you're amazing.
Me?
Even though you were the one who was tricked, you still took responsibility. You apologized. You showed real remorse. That's the difference between you and him. And I will make sure he understands just how badly he screwed up. He needs to know exactly how much society condemns men like him.
Hey, Amy! It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who spread all those damn rumors about me! Now everyone at work is whispering behind my back and I can't even get proper assignments anymore! What the hell are you gonna do about it? How are you gonna fix this mess?
Oh, so rumors were enough to completely derail you at work? That sounds like a sign you weren't exactly performing your job well in the first place. And just so you know, there's no evidence that I had anything to do with those rumors.
You're the only one who could have done it! You knew all about my engagement! You're the secretary to a top executive and you used to be a sales ace! With all your connections, you could easily spread something like that! There's no way you didn't do it!
Well, yes, you're not wrong. I could have spread those rumors with my connections. Unlike you, I actually have a strong and supportive professional network. But let's get one thing straight. Could is the key word. I don't go around ruining people's lives without solid proof, especially not over petty issues.
But this is different! Because of you, I've been sidelined! Now they're giving all my work to some junior who barely knows what's going on! Nobody wants to talk to me anymore! I'm a joke in the office now, just waiting for it all to blow up in my face! And all this is because of you! Are you enjoying watching your own brother fall apart like this? Is this how you get your kicks? Bullying your own family?
I'm not bullying you. You've got it twisted. I'm just saying the truth. And if you really want to look at why everything's falling apart, take a long, hard look in the mirror. You've spent your entire career acting like you were above everyone else, and now you're upset that people are finally seeing you for who you are. If you'd spent even a little time building real, honest relationships with your coworkers, they might have had enough doubt to question the rumors. But that's not what happened. You've been so careless and distant that when those rumors started circulating, no one thought twice before believing them. They just accepted it because they saw it as a natural extension of your behavior.
Yeah, fine. Maybe I've gotten called out a few times. I've screwed up here and there, but come on! This is going way too far! No one deserves this level of punishment for a few mistakes, right?
Spare me the Victims Act. You don't get to cry about how unfair this is. You're the one who tore apart your family and hurt everyone in the process. You ruined Yuka's life. You destroyed everything you had, and now you want sympathy? You don't get to complain about how things turned out. You don't get to play the victim when you've caused so much damage. And as for your opinions, trust me, they don't matter anymore. Not after everything you've done.
Are you serious? Are you trying to do what Amy did too? Are you trying to isolate me? This is the lowest thing you could do!
What are you talking about? Isolate you? I don't even understand what you mean.
Stop pretending like you don't know. You told my friends about everything, didn't you? You spread all the rumors about my divorce and the affair. My friends' group messages are full of it now, and it's all anyone's talking about. It's even on social media. What the hell is wrong with you?
Hold on, I didn't spread anything around. But come on, you were the one who got married because of an unplanned pregnancy and kept me on the side, weren't you? You didn't want to marry me, but you still treated me like an option. And with that kind of behavior, I figured there were probably other people you were involved with too. So, I just reached out to your friends to see if anyone else knew about you or your other relationships. I didn't go around spreading rumors, I simply asked people I thought might know. And as for the friends who found out, I just told them the truth, but I wasn't reckless about it. I don't just blurt out everything that comes to mind like you do. If your friends distance themselves, it's your own fault.
What? Are you kidding me? This is all happening because of those damn rumors! I'm suffering because of this! Anyone who has a bad rumor spread about them is bound to lose friends! Do you think I'm okay with this?
That's not the case. You're wrong.
No, I'm not! If you're saying all that, then show me some proof! You're a grown adult, so don't go throwing out accusations with nothing to back them up!
There's no need for proof, because Amy already said it all.
What?
Amy doesn't lose anyone, even if she makes mistakes. People trust her. I remember back in college, she once shoved a guy who had been persistently hitting on her. She accidentally hurt him pretty badly. He wasn't that aggressive, but Amy got upset and she pushed him. It became a big deal, but you know what? No one left her side because of that. They knew her character and they understood why she did what she did. They believed her. But you, on the other hand, you've pushed everyone away with your selfish behavior.
That was just because her friends were kind to her, right?
No, that's not it. Amy is genuine with everyone. She takes people seriously, and that's why people stick with her. You, on the other hand, always put yourself first. You don't take anyone else seriously, and you treat people like they were secondary to your own needs. Now, this is what you've got. Everything that's happening to you, it's all a result of how you've treated others. You're paying the price now. Abe, I know the papers are with you now. You've received them, right? Don't even try to think about getting out of this. I filed for damages and you'll have to pay. There's no way around it. So get ready to face the consequences.
What the hell? Why do I have to pay you anything?
You don't get it, do you? Even if the engagement is broken off, I'm fully within my rights to ask for damages. And do you think you can walk away scot-free after everything you did? You got engaged to me without any intention of actually marrying me. And on top of that, you completely hid the fact that you were married and had kids. What you did isn't just wrong, it's criminal. You deceived me and you'll be held accountable for that. This is engagement fraud. I spoke to my lawyer and after reviewing everything, they said I have absolute grounds to sue. And trust me, the lawyer was disgusted by your actions. They couldn't believe you would go this far.
But this was just a side thing, a fling. It wasn't a big deal. Why are you making this such a big deal?
Don't try to minimize what happened. I took our engagement seriously. I thought we were building something real together. That's why I didn't just get engaged to you. I went the whole way. I set up meetings with our families. I didn't want to think that you were hiding anything from me. I didn't want to doubt you, and yet when everything was right in front of me, I just kept ignoring the signs, thinking maybe I was wrong. I wanted to believe in you. Now, looking back, I can't help but laugh at myself for being so naive. You thought I was just someone to pass the time with, just a woman to have fun with while you played your game.
Exactly! You were just a distraction! I was busy with my life and you were just there for a good time! So why are you trying to make it seem like I should have been more serious about it?
You don't even realize what you did, do you? You ruined my life. You destroyed everything. I don't know how you're still sitting there acting like this is all just a joke, Abe. And guess what? Amy's been filling in for me on everything. Your own family has cut ties with you. They've disowned you. No one wants you in their life anymore. They've made it clear. They won't let you back in until you own up to your actions.
So what? I'm already dealing with all of this. What difference does it make? I've got enough problems as it is.
Don't play the victim. The fact that you can't even see why this is your fault just shows how deep your denial runs. If you want to take responsibility, you have to start by paying child support. It's your duty as a father. Don't act like this isn't your responsibility. Then you have to apologize to your wife. And I mean a real apology. After that, get a divorce. End it once and for all, and stop dragging everyone down with you. Then pay me the damages I'm asking for, and then you can disappear from my life. Completely. No more phone calls, no more contact. You're dead to me.
What the hell are you talking about? This is all about money for you, isn't it? What are you gonna do, drag me through court for the next few years? Child support doesn't end in a few months, it goes on forever! I'll be paying for the rest of my life if I agree to that! It's pathetic! I'm not gonna be stuck in a cycle of paying for my mistakes!
You gave up your right to complain about this. You chose to abandon your family, and now you want to cry about the consequences? Do you have any idea what you've done? You betrayed your wife, you betrayed your daughter, and you've destroyed a family. I'm sorry, but you're not going to get away with this. You don't get to just live your life however you want without facing the music. You gave up your role as a father. You didn't just make a mistake, you made a choice. And now you'll have to live with that. You'll never get the chance to undo the damage you've caused. Your daughter will grow up knowing what you did, and no amount of money or apologies can fix that.
But I didn't do anything like that. I never hurt my daughter.
That's not even the point. Your daughter needed you. She needed you as a father. And you abandoned her. You walked away from her when she needed you the most. And now, you'll never be able to make it right. You don't deserve to be a part of her life anymore. You gave that up the second you chose to live this double life. And now, it's time for you to face the consequences. You'll pay for the damage you've done, and you'll do it for as long as it takes.
Wait! I don't have the money to pay for this! I'm not asking you for more time. I'm struggling here. Don't you understand?
I don't care about your excuses, Abe. If you can't afford to pay, then I'll take it to court. I'll make sure the court sees everything you own if I have to. You'll pay for what you've done to me, to my life. You think this is just going to blow over? Think again. You're going to face everything you've done. There's no way out for you now.
Mila, how are you doing? Did Abe actually pay the damages? If he tries to dodge it, let me know. I'll be happy to take care of it myself.
Thank you, Amy. He did pay, thankfully.
Really? That's a surprise. I thought he'd put up more of a fight. The guy's all talk and he's great at shifting the blame. But when it comes to taking responsibility, he's useless.
Yeah, it seems like he had his hands full with his wife. They were fighting a lot, so he didn't have time to bother with me. In the end, they divorced. I heard from his wife that he's now living paycheck to paycheck, juggling alimony and child support payments.
Wait, you've been in touch with his wife?
Well, after I handed over the evidence and after he tried to run, we ended up exchanging contact info just in case we needed to keep tabs on him. We kind of ended up working together without meaning to, and now we check in with each other from time to time.
Women are terrifying when you piss them off, right? She always seemed like such a calm person to me, but you don't really want to mess with a mother. When it comes to protecting her kids, a woman will do anything.
But honestly, the reason I could act so freely was because of you. I really owe you. You've helped me out so much. I still feel like I've not repaid you for what you did back then.
Back then? Oh, you mean during university? That was my fault, though. I went too far. You don't need to worry about it.
That's not an excuse. You were the one who shoved that stalker ex of mine, right? I kept quiet about it so you wouldn't get a bad reputation, and you ended up taking the heat for it. I feel terrible about that.
Yeah, I did injure him, but I don't care about being talked about behind my back.
But...
Look, I didn't help you just to have you feel sorry for me. You've had some bad luck with men, but you're still young. You've got plenty of time ahead of you. Just focus on dating and finding someone new. Unless, of course, you're not interested in that.
But you're the last person to talk about that.
Huh? Oh, I guess I didn't mention it. I'm married.
Wait, what? Since when?
I got married after I graduated. My husband's the CEO of the company I work for.
Wow, that's impressive. Of course, it's you, Amy.
I just got lucky, honestly.
Ugh, I wish I could find someone like that. Or maybe I need to work on my ability to pick the right guy.
If you want, I can introduce you to some good ones. I know plenty of single men.
Are you serious?
Of course, but whether it turns into love is up to you.
Yes, I'll give it my best shot. I really want to find happiness this time. Abe lost all credibility within the company and was completely demoted, sent to a branch in the countryside. It was clear that his fall from grace had been swift and harsh, and the company had made a decisive move to distance itself from him. His reputation, once solid, had crumbled beyond repair. The reason for his downfall wasn't just his professional failure. He had accumulated a mountain of debt, a situation that had him tied to the company against his will. He couldn't afford to leave even though the company's atmosphere was no longer a welcoming one for him. He had been the subject of countless rumors, and it wasn't just about his financial problems. His personal life had been exposed in the worst way possible, with whispers of his infidelity spreading through the ranks. It seemed like every time he turned a corner, another rumor followed him, and every time his name was mentioned, it was accompanied by a look of judgment, a subtle but piercing expression of disdain. He had been isolated more and more. At the branch where he had been transferred, his reputation had preceded him. It didn't matter how hard he worked or how much he tried to improve. His personal life was the only thing people cared about. The rumors about his infidelity seemed to have more weight than his contributions to the company. The isolation grew deeper with every passing day, and it wasn't just a feeling. It was a reality that he had to face, and there was no escape. He had become a shadow of his former self, merely existing for the purpose of repaying his debts. He worked tirelessly every day, not out of passion for his job, but because he had no choice. Every yen he earned went toward paying off the debts that continued to haunt him, reminding him that he had no freedom, no room to breathe. I heard these things through the grapevine, through the whispers that people shared behind closed doors. They said that every single day, Abe worked only for the sake of paying back the money he owed. There was no joy in his work anymore. He wasn't driven by ambition, nor was he motivated by the hope of redemption. He was simply surviving, one paycheck at a time. His life had become a cycle of endless labor with no escape in sight. Meanwhile, his ex-wife had found her own peace. After the divorce, she had taken their daughter and returned to her parents' house. It was a simple, quiet life that she led now, far removed from the chaos and disappointment that had defined her marriage. From what I heard, she was doing well, finding solace in the calmness of her new life, away from the emotional storms that had once battered her. It was clear to me, and I think to everyone who had witnessed the dissolution of their family, that the true victims were his wife and daughter. They had borne the brunt of his actions, and their lives had been turned upside down. The burden of his mistakes had fallen squarely on their shoulders, and I could only hope that, with time, they would find the happiness and peace they deserved. No one should have to go through what they had endured, and I wish them nothing but the best in their future, hoping they would be able to rebuild their lives and find joy once again. As for me, I had recently been introduced to a man through Amy, and this new connection was both exciting and daunting. It had been just a short time since my engagement had ended, and the pain of that breakup was still fresh. The idea of opening my heart to someone new was a terrifying thought. I wondered if I was truly ready to step into a new relationship. The scars from my past were still healing, and it felt like jumping into another relationship so soon might only cause more hurt, not just for me, but for the person I would be involved with. I found myself doubting, questioning whether I was emotionally prepared for such a step. But Amy had assured me that the man she was introducing me to was different. She had known him for a while and spoke highly of him, and I trusted her judgment. Amy had always been a good judge of character, and if she believed he was someone worth meeting, then I was willing to give it a chance. Though I was nervous, I also felt a glimmer of hope. Perhaps this time, things could be different. Perhaps this person would not disappoint me the way others had in the past. The doubts lingered in my mind, but there was a part of me that wanted to believe, wanted to trust that maybe there was someone out there who could understand me, who could be kind, gentle, and sincere. Maybe this time, I could find happiness again, in a way that wasn't rushed or forced, but in a way that felt right. Amy had been so kind in arranging the meeting, and though I felt the fear of the unknown creeping in, I decided to approach it with an open heart. The fear of being hurt again was real, but it wasn't going to control me. I wasn't going to let it stop me from taking a chance on something that could turn out to be beautiful. After all, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? As the day of the meeting approached, I couldn't help but wonder what the man would be like. Would he live up to the expectations I had, based solely on Amy's description? Or would he be a disappointment, someone who didn't live up to the hope I was so carefully nurturing in my heart? I tried not to build up too many expectations, but it was hard not to imagine what might be. I spent a lot of time thinking about relationships in general, about what had gone wrong in the past and what had gone right. Relationships, I had come to realize, were never perfect. They were complicated, messy things that required effort, understanding, and a willingness to grow together. It wasn't enough to just love someone. You had to be willing to support them, to share your vulnerabilities, and to face challenges together. And sometimes, even when you thought you were doing everything right, things still fall apart. I didn't want to repeat those mistakes. I didn't want to rush into something without truly understanding myself first, without taking the time to heal and grow stronger. But I also knew that life isn't about waiting forever for the perfect moment. There would never be a perfect time, and sometimes you had to take a leap of faith, even when you were scared. I gathered my courage as I thought about the upcoming meeting. I told myself that I was ready to meet this man, to give myself a chance to connect with someone new, and to see where it could go. I couldn't predict the future, but I could take steps towards a new beginning. Even if it didn't work out, I would learn from the experience and move forward, stronger than before. As I prepared for the meeting, I reminded myself that I wasn't looking for perfection. I was looking for someone who was kind, genuine, and honest. Someone who could see me for who I truly was, and could accept me with all my flaws and imperfections. If this man turned out to be that person, then I was willing to see where it could go. If not, at least I would know that I had tried, and that in itself was enough. I took a deep breath, reminded myself to stay calm, and decided that no matter what, I would go into the meeting with an open heart and an open mind. There was a chance that this could be the beginning of something wonderful, and I wasn't going to let my fears stop me from finding out. After all, life was about taking chances and embracing the unknown, and I was ready to take that step. Abe's story had become a cautionary tale in the office. It was not just a tale of failure, it was a story of broken trust, of someone who had once been respected and admired, now reduced to someone that others whispered about with a combination of pity and scorn. He had always been known for his hard work, his ambition, and his ability to climb the corporate ladder with ease. He had appeared untouchable, the kind of person who seemed destined for great things. But as quickly as his rise had been, his fall had been even more dramatic. One misstep after another had led him down a path of self-destruction, and now he was left to deal with the aftermath. I remember when I first heard the rumors about Abe. At first, they seemed like whispers, barely noticeable in the background. But over time, they grew louder, more frequent. People started to talk openly about his debts, about the struggles he was facing, and about his personal life, which had begun to unravel in ways no one had ever expected. And then, of course, there were whispers about his infidelity, which, in the small, close-knit environment of the company, spread like wildfire. It wasn't just his work that faltered, it was his entire life that had come crashing down. And as I listened to the gossip, I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of sadness for him. He had brought it upon himself, yes, but at what cost? His personal life had become a public spectacle. His ex-wife, whom he had once claimed to adore, had left him and taken their daughter with her. The images of the family that he had destroyed haunted him at every turn. I couldn't even begin to imagine the regret he must have felt when he realized that everything he had built had crumbled.